That's a strong print, absolutely. Yeah, it's looking. They were quite a bit above in the quarter. You have to remember, last quarter they were one of the few companies that actually saw meaningful impact from COVID shutdowns, and they took a $500 million whack to their outlook, and they just beat their outlook by more than $500 million. So obviously, whatever's going on in Shanghai, they were able to overcome it. And the forward guidance into Q3 is pretty strong too. It's decently above the street on the top line. So at this point, I guess things look pretty good, and we'll get more of their commentary on what's going on the call, and like you said, in a few minutes.
Is this just having the right mix of product for the right businesses that are hot right now? Or are they doing something that others aren't?
It's hard to know. And to be clear, they're not the only ones. Like NXP reported, they look pretty good too. So I would say TI in general tends to be a little closer to what's going on. They don't sell as much through distribution. There's less of a buffer between them and the customer. And so it's more on them to sort of figure out what to do and how to do it. But they seem to be succeeding. You have to remember, in terms of products, they sell everything to everybody, also everywhere. So they seem to be doing okay at this point.
Yeah, PCs, as we hear from Microsoft, weak in June. Not that that's a shock to anybody if you've been following the business, but it's one of the reasons why you remain negative on an Intel, for example, and maybe some others who have a lot of exposure there.
Yeah, Intel, yes. And like you're right, PCs are not a surprise. They are weak. If you want to shift over to Intel for a minute, they report on Thursday. They've already sort of been qualitatively talking the numbers down anyway, so I don't think it would be a surprise. But I think they're at risk, not only just from a weak PC market, which is likely weaker than they've been suggesting, but I also think that Intel was over shipping by a good amount last year. And so that is now normalizing, and they may actually have to pay for that even more as we go forward, as that whole channel normalizes.
How are you looking at the issue these days of shortages versus a glut in chips, double ordering? Who's most impacted by that, and who may skate by?
Yeah, you bet. And so there's always double ordering when shortages happen. It's just a natural reaction of this is a toilet paper situation that we all went through. It's the same thing here. I think in the consumer space, we've already seen things go from a shortage to a glut, and it can happen very quickly. I think in some of these automotive and industrial end markets, we have not seen that shift yet, although I do remain concerned that there is apparent overship. And again, you can look at sort of the magnitude, for example, of auto semiconductors relative to auto unit shipments, and there's still a very wide gap, and it's been there for quite a while. That's why, like, by the way, as good as these results are from TI and as good as NXP was, that broader question of sustainability is always going to be there. And it's hard to get rid of it as long as you have that much of an apparent gap in what's actually shipping into the market. But that is where we are. We've got gluts in consumer, we've got shortages elsewhere, and we've got supply incrementally coming online. And so hopefully that can kind of ease as we go through the rest of the year and into 2023.